If you're 32, you're a male, and you go to the gym as much as I do, and you're not on TRT, you're gay. Just stop being queer. It's not that big of a deal. It's not an anabolic. It's not going to overload your heart at 37 and kill you like a bodybuilder. It's not D-ball. It's not trend. You go to the clinic, you pay $300 a month, you get HCG, which regulates your natural testosterone. So if you want to get off of it, you can, which I do. I go through periods. In the summer, I tend to cycle on, and in the winter, I tend to cycle off. It's not that big of a deal. Don't let people be like, oh, you're going to die. It's who gives a shit. I'm trying to live the most energetic life I possibly can, and with my testosterone doubled off of my natural testosterone, I feel great. I don't know. It's really not that serious. But either way, that's my health tip. Get on TRT or be gay. For the stock tip, I was up 10K, down 10K, up 10K, down 10K all week. The reason for that was I wasn't taking gains when I should have in August. It's not going to give you much more than 10 to 20% on most stocks, so you take it when you can. I had ATCH heavy at 19.9, and it went up to 22. I could have taken $4,500. Instead, I sat on my hands, clammed up, missed the opportunity, got sucked into the hype, and boom, before I knew it, I was down $3,000. That's a $7,000 swing. I made $7K on the week. That could have been $14K on the week. In that one trade, would have hit my goal and then some, but instead, I ended up being mad at the fact that I made $7K last week because I made that serious mistake that changed everything. So when you got the gains, take them, whatever's relative to your portfolio. If you want to sit in something because you're up a bunch on the week and you want to give it a big shot, fine, but glory trading tends to lead to despair. I'd rather take the game when it's there and make money consistently than try and go for the big boom every time, because it's not good. That will not bring longevity in your trading. Eventually, one will get you bad and you'll get stuck in an RS. You'll be down 50% on a heavy position, and now you're battling forever to try and get that money back. And it's just going to cause emotional trading, and you're going to end up losing it all. I promise you. Take the game when you got it. We're going to jump right into the charts. I'm trying to make these videos shorter because I know nobody gives a shit about anything that I say anyway, but that's fine. Let's jump into TradingView. I don't use TradingView. I use Webull, and I just go between time frames, 5 minutes to an hour, sometimes 4 hours, never 1 minute. That's too short. Daily sometimes. You can go up, but like doing 1 second, like what are you doing? Like if you're using a 1 second chart, stop what you're doing and reevaluate your life. Go to church and find God. We're going to look at my top three coming this week. We're going to stick with ATCH. I just have a feeling about this. That's why I sat on my hands last time. Now, if this runs to 23 right off the bat or somewhere in that range for no reason, sure, I might take my gain there. But if it gets news, which the news has been rolling out, they got to put it out soon. It's starting to, but it's a descending wedge. If it breaks above this and starts to cook, it's going to a gap fill of 50. This is a very solid stock to trade. It obviously has a broad range. I mean, from 25 area to 17, we're at the bottom of that range. If you want to take a position, this would be a good spot to do it. I'm hoping on news. I'm hoping on news this week. Let's get it. RAYA. And by the way, I don't even know what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. I do know what RAYA does. They do, this is why I'm actually pretty excited about this stock. First of all, your MACD is curling up after a long period of downside. If this starts to cross each other, I mean, you're looking, this could really go nuts. I mean, this has the potential to really, really go crazy. You are down so much, multiple offerings that caused it to come down from all the way from $3 all the way to 7 cents. Now, obviously, it's probably doesn't have the best fundamentals. It's a Chinese generator stock, but you have hurricanes coming in, Hurricane Erin. That's going to lead to some type of theme in the market. If you're early on RAYA, which is a generator stock, that could, by the time Erin hits, this could be trading at 20 cents. We don't know. All I know is I'm going to play it by ear. If it goes up to 8-9 cents, I'm probably going to take the $15,000 to $20,000 gain. I'm fine with that. But if it slow cooks, I might hold a core until it maybe hits. I mean, your middle band is at 80 cents. It's at 7 cents. I've seen crazier shit happen. So, again, I'm not saying that it's going to hit 80 cents tomorrow, but if it does it's a tradable stock. It's going to get a lot of volume. It's going to get a lot of eyes. This might be one for Monday pre-market as well. Let's do, what would be my third top pick? I mean, I'll just go with WLGS. I don't even hold a position. But somebody told me to buy this, and I should have. I just had my mindset on other things, and you have a long-term down. You have like the last couple of weeks have been just straight red. Now you got a little bit of boost. You're up after hours, so you're gapping up. It's probably going to run in the morning. I don't know if it's going to fill the gap first thing or if it's just going to take right off. I mean, but you got a gap up here at 846. You're currently at 458 on the daily after hours. I believe it's almost at 6. You're looking for a gap fill at 846. I would say that that's where you need to start to take gains, especially if you're up 100%. Take half off the table, then you can't lose. But WLGS is looking good for next week. For a scalpable trade, if you're already in, you might get another 50%. But again, don't hang on to these things too long. If you're in at 4 and it hits 8, see ya. Kids is one I really like for this week. I might have sold this one too soon. I might have to get back in higher. I mean, long-term downtrend. You filled the gap. If you look back here, there was a gap here. Let's see what this gap was. Yeah, it filled it almost to the frickin' T. I mean, it took so long to fill it. Now it filled it. Now it's bouncing right off of it. This thing, man, I mean, this has $2 to $3 written all over it. Bitcoin's at 18.5. This is a Bitcoin related stock, and it's super thin, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It rides on Solana. That's what they have their treasury or whatever the hell, don't care, is in. So with Bitcoin running and Solana probably running at this hand in hand, this is definitely one to own. I saw a 170,000 share bid the other day that just sat there. It was not a prop bid. It was a real bid. Somebody knows something, because that is a massive, massive position. And they almost got filled for all of it, if not all of it, on Friday. So keep an eye on kids. Might be scalpable to $3, to be honest. NCNA. Now this one's going to go through a reverse split on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to be careful of this one. Now this one has a lot of people talk about this. A lot of people know about this stock. So one of two things are going to happen. You either, when a stock like this reverse split, if it has a big enough name and it gets enough volume and they don't dilute on the first day, this thing could run 100% fresh off the split. If you do not get that push and they do start to dilute the first day, which this is a highly dilutive stock, so I would assume that they're going to, but either way, if you get the push in this, you might see 100%. But if they dilute, you might see negative 70%. So it's a very high gamble. I don't like to hold things into an RS. I like to see how they act after the RS and then make a decision accordingly. But this thing could either tank or blast off. It's a gamble. I hope that forever's holding shares, it works out, but I'm not in it currently. It's still got a good chance of moving. I will tell you that. TNFA. I'm just waiting for this gap fill. Just give me this gap fill, for the love of God. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that are hardest to fill, because you sit there and it's like 950. Oh, it seems like it's got support here. You buy, and then boom, in 15 minutes, bang, it hits that gap and pulls back up. So if it hits that gap at, let's say, 850, somewhere in that range, 870, I will be loading the shit out of it. I'll probably buy 300,000 shares, because that will probably be bottom. I mean, you'd be right near this bottom. It might even hit this, 833. Anything high to mid to low eights is a brilliant buy-in here, because they are saying that mid-August, which FDA or whatever this is waiting on, it's a pharmaceutical, some type, probably FDA results, or phase 2, phase 3, whatever it is. They said that it's going to be mid-August. I think they've already gone through a few things that are pointing towards mid-August. So, you got to pray for that. Sometimes it doesn't always happen when you want it to, but if you buy in at A5, I mean, you're looking at easy 11 to 14, which is almost 100% gain at the top. NTRB. Now, is this a weed stock? I think that it is. And weed stocks are probably going to run this week, because the talk about legalizing weed. I don't know where this closed after hours, but you're going to want to keep some weed stocks on your watch list. This is one of them. You're currently you're in a good position to buy. It's not like it's exhausted. This could have another one of these candles. This thing moves quick. It's definitely thin. Somebody had mentioned this, look what they all do before they run. Filled the gap to the T. You stick your shit on 660, boom, you're in right on that gap fill. That's exactly what I'm waiting. And by the way, here, it looked like, oh, it's not going to fill the gap. Oh, yes, it will. Just like TNFA, they always fill the gap, almost always. It takes some time sometimes, just like kids took months. Now it's ready to go again with weed coming into the picture. I like this stock for next week. So that's all I'm going to do today. I think that was probably my quickest video. I'm trying to make things quicker. I'm trying to not have to sit there for 30 minutes and then wait for it to upload when I got other things to do. It's Sunday. I'm trying to go lay by the pool, get some sun rays, maybe go for a jog, what have you. But good week coming up. I feel like we're going to make some money next week. So again, don't follow everything that I do. If I put out a stock, chart it. Learn how to chart it. Figure out where your buy-in is going to be. What wick? Now, okay, this is something I wanted to do. Hopefully the people that wanted me to say this are watching still. This is one that I day traded on Friday, that 3 successful day trades. When you get volume coming into a stock like this, you're going to have opportunities. Now, you can't be buying into the volume. You have to be buying when the volume dies down. So I'm not going to be able to show. I got to get a better format than this. But basically what I did was I waited for the wicks to form an upward pattern. So the candles were getting smaller. They weren't as drastic. It wasn't as volatile. The candles started to get smaller, which was showing that it was bottoming. People were trying to buy there. There was a demand zone right there. So the wicks on the 5-minute were gradually getting just a little bit higher, just like a couple ticks higher. Next 5 minute, couple ticks higher. Next 5 minutes, couple ticks higher. You try and buy on the bottom of those wicks. Wait for the chart to develop. Wait for it to give you 15 minutes of an upward trend. Buy on the bottom of those wicks and pray that now it starts to blow up again. If it causes a lower wick, now you got to start to think about exiting. But if it continues that uptrend on a 5-minute candle formation, then you're good on buying those bottom of those wicks. Just try and get boom, 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 boom. And then when it sets off again, that's when you start to sell. So that is day trading. That's when you want to use the 5-minute chart. As you go into a longer position, you want to up that hour, 4-hour, daily, weekly. But if you're trying to get into one of these positions that's moving very quickly, do not chase the ask. Wait for the chart to develop and get in at a calmer lull. Don't get in on the hype because you could easily lose 30% in a minute. So that's the video today. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you take a position in RAYA because we're going straight to the sky to live with Jesus and all of his angels.